Greetings, I'm Professor K, and I want to welcome you to Server 2019 Part 1. This is just another continuation on the other courses that I have built for Microsoft operating systems. I have courses for Server 2012, Server 2016, and now with this one we have Server 2019. This is Part 1. There will be a Part 2, just like there will be for my 2016 course, and just as I have built for my Server 2012 courses. So now I will say this. If you take and you complete all of my courses, starting with Server 2012, by the time you finish up with my Server 2019 course, you'll probably know more about network administration than most people who are actually working as network administrators on Windows networks at this time. There is a lot of information, a lot. So I'm trying to cover as much as I can without being redundant. That is to say, I'm trying to cover as much as I can about server administration without repeating myself. Now, it's not always possible because I have new students that come into my Server 2016 and my Server 2019 courses, so I do have to provide them with redundancy as far as DNS, DHCP, and some other areas. So that has to be expected. But for the most part, there is a lot of information that is not redundant in these courses. So let's take a look at what you're in for when you sign up for this particular course. Now, this particular course is built exactly the same way. Now, the difference is I'm going to provide you with a network diagram on how to build your virtual lab environment with either VirtualBox or VMware. So I'm providing this network diagram, and it shows you exactly how you're going to configure each of your virtual devices and how they're going to be able to communicate with each other when you're all done. So once you have your 3 virtual machines all set up, all configured to use host network adapters for either VirtualBox or VMware, you can then go into the network properties, configure those devices as shown on this particular network diagram, and you should be able to communicate and join those machines to your new domain. Now, all my courses are active. That is to say, I do add content to these courses over time. Additional content is always forthcoming. As I find out new information, as I find out something that I think is interesting, I'm going to go ahead and either build a new section or I'm going to add something to an existing section to increase the knowledge that you can take away from this course over a lifetime. So in this course here, we have the creation of your virtual lab environment, and then we're going to have building your Windows Server 2019 domain. This is where you're going to find that network diagram I just showed you. You can then go through the process of renaming your servers if you need to, assigning static IP addresses, installing Active Directory domain services, promoting your Server 2019 to a domain controller. And after you've got all that done, you can get into the actual administration of running your lab environment and creating users and messing around with the user properties and such. In Section 6, we have our Server 2019 administration. We have more hands-on with these short videos. Now, let's talk about how this course is presented. You're going to build your virtual lab environment. You'll then bring up your server, your Windows 10 client, or your core machine, whatever it is you're working on, and you'll follow along. So as you watch the video, and the videos are short, no more than 5, some of them are 7 minutes long, but for the most part, most of the videos in this course are less than 5 minutes long, and most of them are actually around 2 to 3 minutes long. You can then follow along. You can go into your Active Directory, Server Manager, and just follow along what I'm doing inside the video. If I'm telling you to go up inside Server Manager and go to Tools, and then click on where it says DHCP in the context menu, that's what you can do. You can then follow along and configure your DHCP or your DNS or whatever the role is we are configuring as being shown to you in the video. So this video that you're watching now, along with the videos for creating your virtual lab environment, are all free and available for preview without having to buy the course. The reason I do that is because I want everyone to make sure that they can create their virtual lab environment before they jump in and spend their money on this course. No need to subscribe to the course and then just have to ask for a refund because you don't have the hardware or the software to accommodate virtualization. Some students don't. So if you're new to Windows operating systems, regardless if it's Server 2012, Server 2016, or even Server 2019, it's all the same machine. Nothing's changed. Active Directory is Active Directory. IIS is IIS. Group Policy is Group Policy. PowerShell is PowerShell. If you can do one on one operating system, then you can go to the next operating system and do exactly the same thing. Microsoft has not changed any of these operating systems to the point to where you can't do one thing on all three different operating systems without having to worry about it not working. So that's going to conclude this short overview. Now, if you have any questions about something that you think I should have covered or didn't cover, don't hesitate to reach out and contact me. I'm easy to get a hold of, and I respond usually within a couple of hours at least. So if you want to contact me and ask me more questions about the course, feel free. And I look forward to seeing you up inside of my course room, and I hope that you have an enjoyable experience. And I'll talk with you later. See you in the discussions. Bye.